Let's welcome in our guy, Brett Goode, into the program this morning, talk some Razorback football. Brett, take us back to the Friday after Thanksgiving game with LSU. Kind of what did your week look like? I'm assuming you stayed up in Fayetteville for the majority and y'all bust down to Little Rock on Thursday. You didn't get to go home, did you, back when you were playing?
No, you didn't get to go home, but we used to be able to eat a meal, and we'd be able to invite our family up, and that was a great thing Coach Nutt and the staff always is getting everybody around you and having family together at Thanksgiving. So we would go up there and have a big old spread, and it was really good. It was just, it was fun to get to see everybody, and so if we happen to be going down to Little Rock or get on a plane, that you just go play football. But then you get some days off right after Thanksgiving that you're going to hopefully spend with friends or family as well. So there's some plus or minuses. Even in the NFL playing on Thursday on Thanksgiving, it's like, oh, I got to play on Thanksgiving. But it's actually great because you get to play, and then, you're thankful for the rest of the weekend because now you get to eat your feeling of everything that you want, and then you get to watch football.
Bro, one of the things Coach Pittman touched on Monday is it would be important for this football program to have all three trophies. You've got the Golden Boot, you've got the Southwest Classic, and now you have an opportunity at the battle line, something that's never been done on this campus. In your mind, how significant would it be if this team won all three trophy games this season?
It's huge for a number of reasons. One, we had, like you said, we haven't won this, so it's time for us to start beating Missouri. We've got to get on track of beating them. We're a better football team than them. I know that they have a lot that they want to win, but we're a better football team. So it's time to go out there and start proving that, and just compete. That we go out there and just do our thing. We don't have to go over and above. And we get that, and it helps with recruiting. It helps moving forward, get you some confidence going into next year, going into the bowl week practices, and all these guys that are going to get a lot of work during that time. So that it creates a lot more buzz, a lot more excitement, and obviously for the coaches, it proves everything that they've been teaching and preaching to these guys that you are a better football team. We deserve to be in that top 25 final of the college football playoff ranking, and there's just a lot of it plays into that.
Identify one or two things you think has been key. And it's not always just X's and O's or a player like a KJ Jefferson's development, but as you watch a little closer than some, but still from the outside looking in, what's been one or two things that in your mind have been key to this turnaround over the last season and this season to this point for this football program under Sam Pittman?
Well, first of all, the guys have the confidence. We go out there and they have a good game plan, but you get the confidence in kids that they believe they truly believe they win. Everybody's going to say we think we can go out there and win, but these guys are playing like that. And outside of the Georgia game, they've proved that all year that they feel like they're capable of winning every football game. And the other thing is, football games are a roller coaster, so you're going to have ups and downs. You're going to have turnovers or mistakes or whatever happens. And they have, again, outside the Georgia game, we have performed when adversity hits. And so that's a credit to the players, the seniors, and every coach out there because they have instilled in those guys. They're not going over and just dog cussing the guy on the sideline and making him want to go into the doghouse. They're lifting each other up. They're building each other up. And that's what you want to see as a family-type program that they've created in this atmosphere because now moving forward, that, again, helps the recruiting. When recruits come in, your seniors are taking them out. They're saying how great the coaching staff is. How we always talk about how good Fayetteville is, but you want to be with the coaching staff and how great the players are, that they accept everybody. Everybody can go over here and hang out and do everything or whatever you want to do. But all those little steps build and keep building this team to continue this success of where they've got to after 2 years. 2 years ago we were laughingstock, and now 2 years later we're in the top 25, and at one point we were in the top 10. It's a program that's on the right track, and it's a credit to the seniors, the coaching staff, and all the players because they've just kept that attitude and that mindset, and it's going to keep them moving forward.
What you're speaking to is culture, and Sam Pittman has obviously changed the culture within the program. Now, you spent 10 years in the NFL, but it was with one team. You played for the Razorbacks. I don't know how deep your well goes on talking about the different cultures you've played in because you were fortunate to play for just a small number of teams. But speak to that inside the locker room, inside those meeting rooms with your position coaches. The relationship with the head coach is one of 85 scholarship players and what that culture does for you as an individual and as a team.
Well, it's huge because when you get around, everybody always has these what we like, because there's always going to be there's a few bad apples of every locker room, and it's how you let them affect that locker room, and that goes kind of with the seniors and the leaders of the team, whether they kind of nip it in the bud or they just they let it kind of create more people to start having doubt and I'm not going to run all the way to this. I don't want to do this extra rep on a workout. You've got to have that trust and that culture. What you're saying is, even though in the weight room, you get everybody holding each other accountable, and that's so important because every single person loves that. They want to be held accountable, and when you start letting them slack, that's when our teams, you can tell maybe it's a lack of film watching. It's like they're not going to run, so we're out of shape. But we're getting to this point. We're playing on a Friday, and maybe we ate too much on Thursday, or we did something we shouldn't be doing to our bodies, not preparing ourselves for our teammates. But what they've done is that culture has completely shifted over. Everybody is held accountable. Everybody feels like they have a chance to, if they're not starting right now or playing right now, they truly believe that they're doing the best they can on the scout team because those reps are so important. That's your practice. And so if you're teaching that to these kids, which they're making themselves better, but they're also making our team better, and that gives them the opportunity the next year to maybe earn a spot on the roster to start and keep moving forward.
Brett, you mentioned playing on Thanksgiving. You kind of liked it because it give you a few extra days. These Dallas Cowboys will play on Thanksgiving. They've lost 2 or 3. They'll take on the Las Vegas Raiders. And CeeDee Lamb's status is up in the air. The concussion, he didn't practice yesterday. Cooper's not going to get a chance to play. What do you think about Dak Prescott and the Cowboys heading into this game in Arlington and trying to get back on track?
Home crowd, they're going to be trying to, like you said, get back on track. They've got to get a win. They want to get back in the top of that, NFC playoff of, hey, who's going to lead, who's going to have home field advantage, and all these numbers that are going on. Green Bay lost, so everything's kind of wide open. Arizona's picking it back up a little bit, so they need to take that next step and try and create some momentum for themselves. Being at home, you're going to get that momentum. You're going to get that crowd noise. You're going to get everything going into them. Las Vegas is a good team. They've had a lot of ups and downs this year. They've fought through a lot of adversity. We all know what happened to their head coach. But, with the receiver, they've had a lot of adversity, and they've kind of kept it together. So they're kind of a dangerous team. You got to watch out for them right here. But I see Dallas just trying to go out there and set that tempo, set the tone. Line of scrimmage, it's the same thing with, NFL, line of scrimmage, turnovers. And Dallas is doing, I think they still are the best in the NFL at turnover margin. So they're just going to continue to play their game. They don't have to do anything special and be in front of a home crowd and just try and get another win.
The Kansas City Chiefs have a bye. They don't play this week. Their next game will be on December the 5th. And 4 straight wins. Patrick Mahomes and the offense still don't look like that they have been themselves relative to what they've been the past couple of years. It's really been Chris Jones, Frank Clark, Tyrann Mathieu in that defense. Is that scary to think that the Chiefs have won 4 straight and their offense still doesn't look like it's clicking 100%, Brett?
It is, because they had some turnovers, but their defense is picking it up. And this is the time where everybody's separating themselves. We're building momentum. You didn't want to peak too early in the season. These teams are all coming together and saying, we're getting ready for a playoff run. We're getting healthy, because that's where it matters. It doesn't matter if you have – we had a 15-1 record in 2011, and we got beat in the first round of playoffs against the Giants, who eventually, they were 6-2, went on to win the Super Bowl. So, you're building that momentum, and Kansas City's trying to do that, and they're trying to stay up. You got to stay up in your division. You got to stay up in the AFC total to try and get a home game, maybe 2. And so they're keeping that going. And what it does for Patrick is allows him to say, okay, I don't have to go out here and make stupid mistakes and throw 4 interceptions because I think I have to put up 40. So it allows you to go out there with a little bit more calmness and relax, being able to be relaxed and go out there and say, okay, hey, maybe if I just put up 20, I've got a good special teams, I've got a good field goal kicker, we can control the game plan as the weather shifts to kind of cruddy weather in a lot of places. You can do that and rely on your defense, and it will mean wonders for them if they can keep that up.
It's not even a conversation when you discuss best food holidays. Thanksgiving is the winner, hands down. So what is the one item that maybe you only get at Thanksgiving, or the item you're most looking forward to tomorrow?
I think my 2 favorites is I love a good smoked ham, and I love dressing. I actually did I make a crock pot dressing that I actually did on a cooking show in Wisconsin, and I just love the way that I do it, and I like it really moist and good. And then the best thing that for me is also, waking up the next day and having cold dressing. So it's just stuffing your face with food and being able to, be around family and friends and just having a good time and watching football. I mean, it's one of the greatest holidays because everything's around food, which everybody loves. And, you have your couple cocktails and you're sitting there watching football and get a nap and get up and eat again.
My wife makes a great crock pot dressing, but I will have her make an extra pan and I will put it on the smoker. And if you've never smoked the dressing, it is a flavor that is pretty awesome. So I'm looking forward to that as well. All right, Brett's there for you. You might not want to get your life insurance physical, next week, but maybe if you need life insurance soon, wait till that holiday wait process is back out, and then you can call Brett for some life insurance quotes. Also, you're still working very hard for group life, group health, group benefits for companies.
That's right. We're doing everything we can, and you're exactly right. You don't want to go get a physical after Thanksgiving, after you've had a cocktail and filled your face and gained a few pounds. So you want to get that off of you. Go for a little walk. But, it's just that time of year. You're getting ready for renewals, and we've got a lot of even, young companies coming on board trying to, attract and retain some new employees to keep them going. So there's never a bad time to just have a conversation about benefits or even your property and casualty.
651-2292. Give Brett a call or a text at that number. That's direct to Brett, 479-651-2292. Man, have a good Thanksgiving. It's always good to catch up with you, and we'll talk to you next week.
All right, sounds good. Happy Thanksgiving, guys.
It's Thanksgiving, and we all know what that means, football. And nothing goes better with football than turkey and betting. BetOnline has you covered for all the holiday season. More props, odds, and lines than ever before. BetOnline remains your number one spot for all sports action this Thanksgiving. Head to our new updated desktop or mobile website to sign up today and receive your 50% welcome bonus with the promo code BELIEVE to receive your bonus. That's BLEAV to receive your bonus. And it's not just football. BetOnline has pro and college hoops, NHL, boxing, UFC, even your favorite Vegas casino games. Don't wait to take advantage of all these amazing offers available for the 2021 season. BetOnline is the fastest and easiest way to bet on all your favorite sports.